Yo. Welcome to the AllfaxN.Oslack Saints podcast. It's your boy Kevin. As you can see, just got off from work and just kind of sitting in the car and, ain't done one in a minute. Been kind of busy. Didn't do one for the Raider win, which would have been a very exciting one to do it for, but once a week passed by, I was busy. I was at a tournament when that game was going on anyway, so I couldn't I watched some of it, but I couldn't really go back and watch over it again, or and the place I was watching it at, the connection was kind of weird, so stuff was cutting out, so I really couldn't enjoy it like I, would usually be able to, and give a good reaction video after the talk, but, so I'm doing it after this one. We're 3-6. The football team is bad. The coaching is horrible. It's always going to be horrible. It's just inconsistent play. It's just going to give you enough wins to give you hope. Enough wins to, to at least try to entertain you, to give you something. You can't even, lose in peace and be happy because, we don't have a first-round pick. It sucks right now to be a Saints fan right now. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And the more weeks go by that we lose like this at home, just lose, period, but at home, and Dennis Allen is not fired, that's the more unserious I know we are about this season, because it's not about tanking at this point. I mean, you don't have a first-round pick to even try to put yourself in that category. See, I ain't gonna say this like envy, but Carolina know what they are. They know what they're in the sweepstakes for. The Colts fired actually a very good head coach who had a winning record, Frank Reich, with just different quarterbacks, right? They know what they're doing. Okay, they hired Jeff Saturday, no experience. They know what the fuck they doing, right? Atlanta is just Atlanta. They losing how they losing, but still in all, they rebuilding. That's just known. So it's whatever. You got teams like the Raiders. They're bad, but I don't know if they don't have a first round draft pick next year, so I can't really say that. They probably kind of in the same boat with us then, but still in all, because they gave a shitload for Devontae Adams. Ball and all, I think at least the first three teams, they got first round picks to start looking for their future. Our guy's not in the building. I wanted Jameis Winston to be the guy. He's not going to be the guy. It is what it is. Even not from skill set standpoint. He just can't, his health. His health, man. Back, shit in his foot, he's almost 30. Look, man, we can hit the reset and it's okay. We already got him under contract. Just let the contract play out and, let him go on about his business, or he can stay on as a backup and whatnot. And or the same with Andy. Look, and we not even getting into that performance yet, but, I'm just speaking on, this is also kind of like me venting on how we do for the future too. You know what I mean? The best thing right now that I really want is, I pray to God Sean, which is kind of looking more like it's leaning in that direction that, Sean Payton has actively said he's going to come back and coach. And not just talking about for the Saints. I'm not talking about for the Saints. But there's some teams that need new coaches. Again, I just told you the Colts fired Frank Reich. Raiders are garbage. That dude is not a good head coach, just like Dennis Allen is not a good head coach. And they got a good roster over there. Carolina, dumpster fire. They need a coach. Fucking Chargers. Good roster. They need a new coach. Right? They winning games right now. They winning games. But you watch that shit, they almost lost to Atlanta. Atlanta just Atlanta, right? The Falcons just Falcon. But Bengals, they'll come up with a win on some crazy shit, like, because they got good talent. But you see, sometimes they shit the bed, and it's from coaching from that. So, there's a few teams now out here now that will, give up something for Sean Payton, even if it's not 2 firsts, if it's a first or a second, something like that. There's teams out there that will trade for him. So, that's the only thing we looking forward to, because we don't got a first round pick. I mean, that's not just Eston Stone that every fucking quarterback in the first round is the guy, but it's just kind of like a higher probable chance. Guy come out second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, whatever round. Russell Wilson 3rd round, Tom Brady 6th round, but that don't happen often. Anyway, there's 2 guys I like, Hendon Hooker, Jaden Daniels, and I don't know if we'll be able to get them, but the way they talk about Hendon is like, oh, he's 24, da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, if he could make it to the 2nd round, which I don't think he will, because he's almost in Heisman talk. I'm not even talking about Bryce Young. We can't get that dude. CJ Stroud, he's going to be early 1st round pick. Those 2 guys. Jaden Daniels, if he come out, I pray to God he drops. But, unless we just do our homework and, find somebody, regardless, whatever, we get a young QB in and see. And then if it don't work out, we go back to the drawing board again the next year after that with a 1st round draft pick. This is just talking in the event we don't trade Sean Payton and we just go with the 2nd round pick to try to find a quarterback. But I digress. And all these, and I can't wait for not that much. Just, I'm a fan of the Saints. I'm not, I like players, but I can't wait till we get back to normal. Where this fucking Jameis crowd, this Andy crowd. I'm a fan of the black and gold. And if you got motherfuckers that's searching for these dudes to do bad, no, put it like this: talk about their play. I'm not saying they can't get critiqued. I want people to get critiqued. I want, what I'm saying, people get called out. That's fine. But if you call yourself wearing black and gold, and you waiting for somebody to mess up because you want the other guy in, get the fuck out my fan base. Get away. You're a piece of shit. I don't want you nowhere near my team. I don't want the energy around this fucking team. I'm kind of glad Drew Brees retired when he retired, because I thought a lot of them motherfuckers would go to Drew Brees motherfuckers. Just Drew Brees fans. And now we dealing with this fucking insane fucking Jameis versus Andy debate. This shit all sucks. Both of them not the future. I'm ready for this shit to be over, right? We paid them. Let's just, play it out. But that's not the future. Get a young guy in there next year. Let him come up under him. If they could beat him out, they could beat him out. Or if they could, I don't want nobody to get injured. But if somebody injury happened, they come in and outplay him, do it like that. But use them for what they are. And that's it. Fuck this. You got these anonymous motherfuckers on these anonymous accounts. And I was a Jameis Winston guy. Still support the dude, man. I like him. Really do. Even if it's not with the Saints, I hope he goes somewhere and succeed. But I'm tired of these motherfuckers waiting for Andy to lose. I'm tired of motherfuckers who was with Andy, waiting for Jameis to lose, waiting for them to do this, waiting for them. Get the fuck away. I want the team to win under any circumstance. I don't care if it's fucking Taysom Hill, which I wouldn't care if he start at this point. Whatever works, try some shit out. Dennis Allen is lying, doesn't know what he's doing. I was rooting for Jameis. And I even supported when he said, hey, we're gonna go with Andy Dalton. Because I would rather a guy, even if he said this was his starter, I would rather a guy admit that he made a mistake. You feel me? I'm all for admitting that you made a mistake instead of trying to prove a point that this is our guy. But it's kind of looking like you're doing that with Andy Dalton. If you saw this performance that just happened and still saying it's a bad day in the office, well, that's I gotta take the praise away from you trying to like drop me nuts and say we're gonna go with him because of bad play. Even though the dude Jameis is hurt, I get it. But there's things I kind of seen that, like, even without injury, I'm like, I don't kind of like some stuff he was doing, decision making. And we got Kamara just jumping rope in front of him and not doing it to him. But it is what it is. Anyway, all you motherfuckers who's wanting one guy to fail for them to start, get the fuck away from the team. Be gone. Bye. I can't wait till you all go. I can't wait till the fan base get back to trying to support one guy. That's all I want. I want normalcy. I don't want these different fucking hiding accounts supporting, putting all these stats up, all this. Oh, man, fuck this guy. Man, look, I want black and gold. I want Dennis Allen gone. Let's give Frank Reich a hire. I like to give him a try. Let's give somebody we know that's gonna be good, or somebody who's never done it before. I wouldn't be this mad if this was somebody who never done it before. We gave him a chance. I want to give him a chance because obviously his first try was with the Raiders and it didn't go out. We saw how it was, lack of talent, da. This dude is just meant to be a defense coordinator. Game, go back to the game. The game was bad. 27-13. Andy Dalton looked bad. He's only a guy, he's a backup. When everything else is perfect, everything else got to be perfect around him for him to do good. He will not win you games. Beating a dead horse with it, but it is what it is. Dennis Allen is a defensive coordinator. The defense is inconsistent. The defense is playing inconsistent. They had 3 sacks, one by Onyemata, one by D. Davis, and I forgot who's the third sack. Defensive line went back to being bad. It's just horrible. Inconsistent play. Chris Olave is the shining bright star of the team. 9 targets for 6 catches for 70-something yards. He had a few first down conversions. As great as Alvin Kamara is, 9 attempts, I think 9 rushes for like, I forgot how many yards it was, but it was like 3.3 yards a carry. And I'm not trying to put this on him. This is on the coaching and the game plan. Like, you saw we ran up and down the Raiders. You don't think these people was going... John Harbaugh's defensive mind, too. They was going to do their homework. I did not expect Roquan Smith to have as big as impact as he did. I am going to be one to say that. And it's not even about the talking shit. You know, I talk shit with my friend, my boy Corey. You know, it ain't even about, feeling embarrassed. Because it's still embarrassing feeling, but I'm one of the people that I'd rather be... I don't want to talk shit after the win, It's all fun in the game. Talk shit before and just see how it come out. You look stupid or not. It is what it is. But I did not think he was going to have as big an impact within the week. And he did. That dude is great. He was stuffing Alvin Kamara. And our game plan, trying to force him the ball and stuff. Defense didn't respect Andy Dalton's arm. There was no throws down the field. And the one throw that he did try to make, Callaway was wide open. That was the bad pass, very bad pass. Andy Dalton sacked like 4 times. Eric McCoy goes out. Cesar Ruiz switches to center, which is actually his natural position from college. Into Kelvin Throckmorton. It just looked bad. We couldn't get shit going. No run game going. Offense looked bad again. Taysom Hill was only seen, once. He threw 1 pass, I believe. I think he ran a few times. I don't know. It was just, Taysom Hill has a game where he scores 4 touchdowns, and then you go throughout the season like, damn, where's he at again? These people don't know what they're doing. These people are lost. And I feel sorry for D. Davis. Because that dude is fucking 34 years, about to be 34 years old, and he's just fucking fighting, man. Pete Warner gets hurt. God, he's one of my favorite people on the team. Best player on the defense, period. Every week, just, Michael Thomas is out for the year. I don't even care. I mean, look, for his health as a person, hope he gets better. You can't miss nothing that wasn't there. We played a year without him. I don't care. Jarvis Landry's played 4 games. I think 3 games. He's been out 5. Like, every week is like this mystery. Before the Michael Thomas announcement that he was out for the rest of the year, every week we're waiting on this announcement. Are they coming back this week? We saw him. I don't care if they're at practice. I don't care. I don't care. It don't matter. It don't matter at all. I'd rather hear about the people who's playing. I'm not looking for none of these dudes to come. I can't wait till we just go young, build this shit around Olave, Penning when he gets back, and just go young. I don't care about none of this shit. You know, Tony Badger actually started out the game pretty good yesterday. Then it was, you know, then we went back to bad tackling and all that shit. You know, it's just horrible, man. It's just all around bad football. Alontae Taylor had a great game last week. Didn't do too bad yesterday, but the whole defense just went to shit. Something in my eye. Whole game play was shit. We just need a new coach. And the Saints are unserious about winning as long as Dennis Allen is the head coach. There's going to be some games we win because, like I said, there's a lot of talent on the team. But as bad as this division is, I don't even give a fuck about the playoffs. We still have a chance to make the playoffs. I don't care. I don't want to see this team in the playoffs. This is my team. I don't want anything that gives the front office some type of hope. I want my players to do good. I want Kamara to make the playoffs. I want D. Davis. I want Cam. I want all them to do. I don't want to be wasting a van. If you got an opportunity, yes, you still want to try to make it. But I don't want no signs of life given to that front office to think that this is sustainable and that those people who's coaching this team are doing any type of good job of could turn this around. But anyway, welcome to the AllfaxN.Oslack Who That Saints podcast. I'll get back on again. We play the Steelers this week. We're probably going to lose. Look, whatever. I hope we win. Have a good night.